But I thought, in spite of all of that, she handled herself so well. She's got so much class, so much grace, and she's fun to watch. Look, for me, it's not about where you're from. I mean, it's about the kind of character you have and how people can relate to you. And I think everyone can relate to Alex, and I think that's what makes her such a special athlete, such a special star. And also, she carries herself very well. That's very important, and it's not easy to do when you have so many eyeballs on you.
Prakash Amritraj did not hold back after.
Having seen the entire event unfold on the court, he offered nothing but high praise for Alex Eala, and it went beyond her victory. He saw the match
For
as a
him,
symbol of something
this match
far
represented
greater
something
than
much
tennis.
deeper than
It was a
tennis.
display of character,
It was about
composure,
character,
and resilience under
composure,
fire.
and
And in his estimation, Eala showcased all those qualities at a phenomenal level.
clear
He
that this is no
emphasized
longer
that
about
her
nationality
performance
or where she comes from.
transcends
In his view,
nationality or
Ayala has
background.
reached a point.
He feels Eala has earned the admiration of anyone who genuinely appreciates the sport and respects true strength of character. Her
Especially
conduct,
in difficult
particularly during the
moments,
tough stretches,
is what
was
impressed him the most.
It was less about
It
her
wasn't
playing
just
style
about how
and
she
more about her
played,
demeanor throughout the
but
match.
how she beat.
Prakash also brought up a conversation he had with Eala at last season's Miami Open. In that interview, she
During that
discussed her
interview,
family
she
and
spoke about
faith,
her family
explaining
and her
how
faith,
fundamental
and how those two
things
elements
are in
play
her
a central
life.
role.
Her words made an impact on him then, but after witnessing this match, he feels she truly embodied those values on the court.
She proved
went
those values on
beyond
the court.
just
She
speaking
didn't just talk about discipline and belief. She demonstrated them in
She put them on full display in real time while facing immense pressure.
court
Prakash
stuff is one of
highlighted
the
a key
most
tenet of
important
tennis,
things
saying that
for
how an
any athlete to
handles life off
succeed.
the court is
He declared
essential
that
for
with
their
what he has
success.
seen her
Based on her performance against Siegemund, he feels certain she can manage any external matters with poise, which will ultimately lead her to the top.
would
He mentioned
eventually
he doesn't
get
like
her
to
to the
burden
top.
players with high expectations.
He declared that he is not a
confident that
person to
Eala
put
is
pressure of
destined for the
expectation
highest
on
echelons of
layers,
the sport.
but he
A small part of it is the tennis, but a huge portion of an athletic career depends on managing the elements away from the court, and she's had so much thrown her way.
Stuff throwing at
all
her,
of that
balancing all of that
successfully
is
will
what's
help
going to allow her ranking to
ranking
continue
keep
moving up.
climbing.
She's been
She's handled it exceptionally well so far. I try not to place pressure or expectations on athletes. Naturally,
favorites
we
to
root
do
for our
well,
favorites.
but
I'm sure
she's
going to
she's
manage
going to
it all
handle it
beautifully.
great.
From the
match's
very
outset, Eala
beginning
appeared
of
to
the
be dominant
match,
force. She was focused, calm, and was decisively controlling the flow of the points. Her shots were
her
crisp,
movement was
her footwork was
precise,
exact,
and she
seemed
appeared
to have
fully in
complete
control
command
of the
pace.
tempo.
All signs
Everything pointed
to an
toward her
early
dominating.
Yet, the dynamic started to change when Laura Siegemund presented a new kind of obstacle.
Challenge.
Rather than competing
Instead of
solely
engaging
on
purely through
skills,
tennis,
began
Siegemund
to
started
interrupt
disrupting the
match's
rhythm of the
natural
match.
flow. There were constant delays, grievances about the audience, and unusually prolonged service preparations.
Getting
The rhythm of the
interrupted,
game was
and each time
repeatedly
Ayala
broken,
started
and
building
every time
momentum,
Eala gained
something
momentum,
broke it.
It was halted by a
Despite
new
being
interruption.
outplayed in many.
Though she was outmatched for long periods, Siegemund won the first set primarily by disrupting the flow, not by outplaying her rival. This is typically
often the turning point where young players
younger
struggle.
athletes
Losing a set in such a
falter.
frustrating
Losing a set that way can easily trigger an emotional response and a break in concentration. But Eala's reaction was different. She never complained,
did not
she didn't
argue,
engage in
and did not
arguments,
allow
and she showed
frustration to
no
show.
outward signs of
She remained
frustration,
composed,
which was a
which in
powerful
itself
statement in
was
itself.
already a statement.
The tension grew at the start of the second set when Siegemund took an extended bathroom break of roughly 12 minutes.
12
The
minutes.
pause once
The
again
timing once
shattered
again disrupted the match's rhythm
momentum
and
brought
cooled things down
everything to a
completely.
standstill.
For many,
That would have been enough to derail the focus of many athletes. But for Eala, it was just another chance to display her mental fortitude. Upon
strength.
returning,
When she returned to the court, she looked calm, focused, and mentally reset. There was no visible
On the contrary, she began the second set with a fresh sense of clarity and resolve.
games.
Right
She
from
took
the
control of the
initial
match.
games,
She dictated the pace,
seized
attacked with
command
confidence,
of the
and most
match.
importantly, stayed.
She set the tempo, played offensively with conviction, and crucially stayed within her own rhythm despite the continuous efforts to disrupt her.
Down.
Siegemund kept trying
But this
to slow
time
the
it
pace,
had
but her
no
tactics
effect.
were no longer effective.
Ayala remained
stayed
disciplined,
methodical, relentlessly
building
applied
pressure
and
steadily
seized
and
her
capitalizing on.
Her composure was unshakable, and her concentration stayed razor-sharp all the way through. This led to a commanding 6-3 victory in the second set, which completely turned the match's tide in her favor. As they entered the third set, the contest became a test of stamina and mental toughness. It was now about who could stay composed under sustained duress. Eala provided the answer to that almost instantly. Her command over her feelings and her play was absolute. Ayala remained completely unfazed, even with Siegemund constantly bringing in the umpire and complaining about disturbances. She wouldn't get drawn into the pointless theatrics, keeping her focus locked entirely on the match. For someone her age, that degree of self-control was truly remarkable. With the contest pushing past the 3-hour mark, the stakes of each point skyrocketed. The mounting physical and mental toll was compounded by the relentless disruptions, adding yet another hurdle. Still, Ayala met every obstacle with composure and tenacity. She remained unhurried and locked in, patiently biding her time for openings, much like she did in the second set. At the most pivotal times, she capitalized with impeccable timing and consistently flawless execution. A second 6-3 result in the final set secured a stunning come-from-behind win. This wasn't merely a showcase of talent, but proof of a mental fortitude and wisdom far exceeding her age. When the match concluded, Ayala let out a powerful scream, unleashing all her pent-up emotions. That cry captured the immense weight she'd been under and the self-control she'd sustained for more than 3 hours. But even in that moment of high emotion, her sense of respect was clear. She walked to the net, offering a firm handshake that showed her poise and good sportsmanship, a stark contrast to Siegemund's markedly different response. Her handshake was curt and dismissive, which felt fitting after she'd spent the entire match trying to dictate the pace with constant stoppages. That final exchange at the net highlighted the gulf in conduct between the two competitors. Prakash Amritraj's analysis focused squarely on this very contrast in their attitudes. He argued that the way the victory was earned mattered more than the final score itself. He stressed that a player's off-court attributes, such as their mentality and personal character, are fundamental to their achievements. But my take is through all of that, her conduct was impeccable. She possesses such class, such poise, and is truly exciting to watch. After seeing that performance, he became convinced that Ayala has those very same qualities in spades. He went so far as to say he truly feels Ayala can get to the pinnacle of tennis, adding that he rarely ever puts that kind of pressure on anyone. It's not just her ability, but her mental game and emotional resilience that set her apart. Those are innate traits crucial for sustained success that simply can't be coached. What Ayala accomplished went beyond simply winning. She triumphed over endless interruptions, managed the mental strain, and kept her cool from start to finish, demonstrating discipline, patience, and respect at every turn. Posh believes that's precisely her defining quality, which is why this showing meant more than the final score indicated. She made a statement about her character both on and off the court. If this match serves as a preview, Alex Eala isn't simply on the rise. She's cementing her place as a dominant figure for years to come. So what was your take on this contest? Was it simply an amazing comeback, or did Alex Eala reveal something deeper about her mindset and her spirit? Do you feel Siegemund's repeated stoppages were out of bounds, or just a legitimate part of her competitive strategy? And the big question after seeing this, do you share Prakash Amritraj's belief that Ayala is destined for the absolute summit of the game? Drop your opinions in the comments. This match certainly provided plenty of material for discussion.